Hello and welcome again to Bowser Sports, and today we're going to recap the Penguins' 6-5 loss to the Toronto Maple Leafs in overtime. And really the story, and it's a repeated story that we have talked about, fans have talked about, media has covered, the players even know, it's Erik Karlsson. Today he had a horrendous turnover that led to a zero point 0.1 second goal at the end of the second period from Matty Nyes. And, the story coming out of the game, he was asked, about the trade deadline. And, Karlsson kind of gave a wishy-washy that he's not thinking about it. He's not worried. He didn't deny anything of like he would reject it. It sounds like that he's actually open to a potential trade. And I would ask, why would any GM or coach in the NHL want a defenseman with 4.3 seconds on the clock in the offensive zone after winning a draw, has his back turned to the play, controlling the puck, and assumes that he'll be able to easily get the puck over to Evgeny Malkin? And as you will see, as Karlsson twists around and haphazardly tosses the puck over toward Malkin, Nyes has an easy interception, and 3.5 seconds, he's able to get down on a breakaway against Blomqvist and blows a long range wrist shot perfectly placed that had zero point 0.1 seconds left. And that made it a 5-4 game for Toronto. The Pens and Raquel would tie it up 10 seconds into the third. And then in overtime, within a minute, Nylander scored blocker side on home Blomqvist again. And so, coming out of this game, it is the continued breakdowns by Karlsson. It is Blomqvist's blocker side that just continually is getting exposed. What is Andy Chiodo doing that's not working in Pittsburgh with any of the goaltenders, from Tristan Jarry to Ned to now Blomqvist? These guys are getting beat. They're either too far in their net, they're not far up on top of the crease, their reaction times are slow. Blomqvist the other day in his last appearance, I thought he was leaning really forward a lot. It reminded me of some problems that I saw with Matt Murray during, his tenure with the Penguins. Especially, it was very obvious early into his downfall that he was compensating with not being positionally sound and was really leaning forward, which eliminates your ability to go side from side when you're leaning so forward like that. And so we've got big questions coming out the goaltending. What are they going to do? For Blomqvist, he might need to get back down to the AHL. Bring Jari back up at this point. The team's going nowhere. Or maybe they look at Larson and bring him up. So we'll see what happens there. I thought Crosby, Rust, and Raquel had a good game. They stayed hot. Crosby had a goal and 2 assists. Raquel had 2 goals, and Rust had a goal and assist. I thought, again, the top 2 lines were fine. Your third and fourth lines, they are what they are at this point. Defensively, again, Karlsson led the way with just egregious turnover after turnover, some really poor decision making as well that got Ryan Shea exposed on one of the goals that they scored within a minute there in the second period, is when Karlsson, for some insane reason, went off on a line change toward the end, exposing Shea. Had no chance then to get back on time, and that allowed the Leafs to actually tie the game at 4-4 before that insane goal that Nyes scored off the Karlsson turnover with 0.1 seconds to go. So we'll see. The Pens are traveling out west. For next game is going to be Tuesday against the Avalanche at 9 o'clock. We've got the trade deadline coming Friday. I would fully expect with the Chicago Blackhawks having made their move to move out Seth Jones and take a little bit of cap hit with that from a salary retention perspective and move him over to Florida, who's going to be out with Matt Kachuk has been placed on long-term IR, and so they moved Spencer Knight and then picked up Jones, and so they're with Kachuk likely out for the rest of the regular season. The Florida Panthers are going to have salary cap space, and so you're you would think this will likely allow them to go look for a goal scoring um, depth with a player who can play up and down the lineup, and so could Raquel be one of those guys that they look for scoring help? Remains to be seen. No rumors yet really about Raquel, and really, to keep some things competitive, they may not move Raquel. I think they should evaluate the potential of teams willing to give up top prospects, but the fact that the Panthers already have just traded a number one pick to Chicago that turns into I think a 2027 number one if they don't pick up a 2026 at some point. And so we'll see what happens there. But I don't think Raquel that won't be the team that I would expect Raquel to go to. But we're going to see with Karlsson. I thought Florida could have been a destination and most likely would have been a potential, knowing that the Panthers could use some offensive help. But the fact that they got Jones, that eliminates that. And so over the coming couple of days here, we'll evaluate and see what NHL teams are going to be looking for. An offensive defenseman, maybe a team that's strong defensively and is able to put Karlsson in a position with a experienced veteran left defense partner, quality goaltender, and really good team defense that would force Karlsson into a structured system. So um, at this point, we know Karlsson does not fit the Mike Sullivan system. Sullivan always talks about being conservative, making the right plays, being on top of the puck, backing off when appropriate, and that is not Karlsson's game. And so I would fully expect that, Dubas hearing Karlsson speak after the game is probably an indication that there's an opening to move Karlsson out. I think Karlsson is going to be willing to move here. So that's it for today. Hopefully, if you like this, give us a thumbs up, leave a like. Hopefully, you guys enjoy the episode so far. If you did, please subscribe. And if you didn't, hey, subscribe and let's have a good comment and back and forth and debate there. So enjoy the commentary that we do get. And thanks for the feedback for those who've reached out. And until next time, keep your head up and the stick on the ice.